up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. With the Quest 2 going on its third year, and the Quest 3 just around the corner, the Quest 2 is starting to feel a little bit dated. But the developers at Cyborn are seeing just how much power is left in the Quest 2 with their port of Hubris, a sci-fi action-adventure game known for its stunning visuals on the PC. When I heard this game was coming to the Quest 2, I had to check it out and see what they could pull off. In Hubris, we are a new recruit of the Order of Objectivity. Together with the pilot Lucia, her drone, we are ordered to land on the Twin Planet system to search for the mysterious agent Cyan.
Before we unlock your sleeping pod, I'm going to give you a short...
In Hubris, we'll be fighting a variety of different enemies, with a few different variations of the gun. We'll be running, jumping, and climbing through different obstacles to complete the stages.
That cable is clearly made from...
The game also sports a lot of swimming and underwater combat, which actually feels pretty good. You will also be gathering resources to craft different weapons and items you'll need throughout the game. So how well of a job did they do porting this over from the PC to the Quest 2? Let's first take a look at the graphics and the audio. The footage shot in this was from a 4070 Ti with everything on the highest settings possible.
Grab one and put it in your backpack.
Pay attention to some of the sounds in the background and watch for shadows and reflections. You'll notice a lot of them are missing in the Quest version compared to the PC. Here we notice there's no shadows coming off the plant life underwater.
Take one and put it in your backpack.
Now here we have extra sounds in the background of the water.
Good. Now follow me outside.
And right away you'll notice the shadows and extra water effect on the surface.
Listen, Rock. I tried to reactivate it, but the battery's dead. If you
now pay attention to the sky in here.
Then I can re-enter the ship and connect to the drone from there.
Also notice there's no splashing or effects on the water. Here's the NPC up close.
On top of that rock.
Now you notice there's birds flying in the background, God rays from the sun, nice reflection on the water.
Then I can re-enter the ship and try to connect to the drone from there.
And splash effects and sounds when you move your hands. Also, there's a lot more reflection going on in the visor of the NPC. Now here the model looks kind of flat. Same thing with the textures on the rocks. No birds in the sky. Now here we notice great textures, nice shine to it, birds back in the sky again.
Oh, great, you did it. My turn now.
Now watch here for the shadows of the door going up. You'll notice there is none.
Yes, it works. I can control the drone.
It's not bad.
Oh, while you were
The
unconscious,
drone looks
those
pretty
two
good,
troopers already left
but
the
the
ship and were searching for
textures
the
just
spaceship.
aren't there.
I suggest you follow them. Okay, I'll lead the way. Recruit, follow me.
Pack and put it in the drone.
Now we can clearly
Great,
see the
you
difference
did
on the
it.
PC. Nice
My
textures.
turn now.
We can see a shadow from the pilot and watch when the door goes up. Nice shadow effect there.
Yes, it works. I can control the drone remotely now.
More of
While
a
you were
glass tone
unconscious,
effect
those
on
two
it.
troopers already left the ship and went looking for the spaceport.
Much better textures on the ground.
I suggest you follow them. Okay, I'll lead the way.
So yes, graphically, the PC version, of course, is going to look much more advanced. But the Quest 2 copy does look pretty good, and the frame rate is consistent with what they have offered. With that said though, I did notice some problems. It seemed the longer I played, the more this glitch seemed to happen, where around your arm was an outline of like a jaggedy little line that would appear and disappear, and it would appear on other objects. The more and more you played, it seemed the longer you worked the quest, the harder it struggled to keep rendering the graphics at the way they were. Now, graphics and sound is just one thing. Gameplay and fun factor is another. So let's take a look at the gameplay of this and see how it is. The swimming mechanics of the game actually felt really good. Probably some of the best I've played in VR. Now the combat is not bad. It's easy to aim and shoot the targets, but then it starts to get crappy. It's better than what it was on the PC, but it still needs room for improvement. On the PC, to reload the pistol or any of the weapons, you had to hold them up by your head until you thought it was fully loaded. You had no way to tell. And this one, you have to slap in the magazine at the bottom of the gun. You actually have no way to reload the gun, so before you go on the gun, you have to fire off the rest of your ammunition to reload the weapon before you go around that next corner. This was kind of a pain in the butt. With VR games, what makes it most immersive is actually taking the magazine out of the gun, putting it back in and cocking it. I love that. It's something that no FPS game on a flat screen could really offer. But it's lacking here. You don't hold the gun, it just sticks in your hand, and loading just feels like you're pressing a button. It could have been better. Now the game is more than just a first-person shooter. It's also a platformer slash parkour type style game with all the jumping and climbing you do. The jumping felt great and was easy to land. The climbing though, well, the climbing was alright most times, but there was other times where you'd go to reach over your arm to grab the next object, and your first arm would actually block you from reaching the object, and you'd have to readjust yourself to get onto the next platform. Same thing when grabbing at pipes. It's like the pipe wasn't there, and you had to pull yourself up and move around so you could grab the pipe. This slowed down the gameplay and made you second guess any move that you made. The inventory system of the game is actually pretty nice. With the tap of the top of your hand, you open up the inventory. You can quickly grab food or other items that you need.
Alright.
You don't have to open the inventory though to use
advanced
items.
AAA battery
When you
vehicle.
come across an object in the game that requires you to put something into it, you can simply just reach over your
Okay,
left
now it's
shoulder
your turn.
and it'll
Looks like
automatically
it
know
still
what
needs
item to
extra
grab for
resources
you.
to print the battery.
Now the crafting in the game, it's alright. It's nothing to brag about. The only thing you're really going to want to upgrade is your pistol. It's the one gun that you'll need to complete the game.
And let
The others
go.
are more just for show.
Great. You've got enough resources for an upgrade. Make an opening.
The game
here.
world at first
You go and
might
collect
seem like a
everything
big
you can
open
that can be
world,
turned into
but
printed
it's actually not.
And I'll go back to the
The path that you
and
have to
upgrade the
take is
blueprint
pretty
for your guy.
straightforward and laid out for
I'll
you.
wait for you there.
There's not much room for exploration or incentive to do so. The only thing you'll find is a few extra supplies for crafting and maybe some fruit. There's no secrets to uncover or hidden rooms, and it doesn't really give you much incentive to play the game over again after you've beat it. The game's story is alright for a sci-fi adventure. It's not a big action-packed blockbuster. You're never going to get that heart-pounding experience from this game, but it's alright. Once you've stripped away the graphics and the amazing sound though, it just makes this game average. It'll take you around 4 to 5 hours to complete, and yeah, if you stick through it for that long, you probably won't play it again afterwards. Should you get this game? Well, if you like sci-fi games and looking for a new sci-fi adventure, you might want to check this one out. But it doesn't do anything extra special to stand out from other sci-fi VR games. And there's plenty of other ones I'd play before this one. Overall, I'm going to rank this game 3 stars out of 5. It's alright, but yeah, it's not a winner. If you guys enjoyed what you've seen here today, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment below on what you think of the game.
Because it will be a long trip.
And until next time, cheers.
Triple O members aboard transport vessel MOG 309. We received an emergency call from a dwarf planet, which your ship is passing by at this very moment. Due to the fact that none of my agents are close by, I'm reaching out for you. Or rather, I order you, a Special Force Commander, to go down and check it out. Now, also Lucia, start landing procedures immediately. Troopers, once landed on the planet, go and search for Special Agent Sayaka. We'll